Hi everyone, and welcome back to Total Coins. So in today's video we're going to be doing another pre-decimal coin hunt. We've got our tub here full of pre-decimal coins that we're going to be going through, looking to fill up the empty slots in our album. But before we get to the actual hunt, we're going to be doing a quick album run through. So for those of you that just want to sort of skip through to the hunt, I will stick a little time index down the bottom there that you can skip to get to the actual hunt itself. But before we get started, just wanted to say don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel and ring the bell icon to be kept up to date when I upload new videos. So with that out of the way, let's move that off to the side and we will get to the first albums. Obviously I am now filming with my new studio setup. I'm hoping, if I haven't done it already, I'm hoping by sort of in Wednesday's video, which is going to be my April review, that I'll be able to put in a little studio tour as well for you all. But the first album that we've got is our farthings. So the first one we've got is 1902 to 1936, and very sparse. So we've got 1902 and 1909 on that page. The next page is a lot better. We are literally missing two, which is 1913 and 1916. Then on the third page, once again, we are missing two, which is 33 and 34. I was about to say 36 for some reason. But also I'd like to try and find another 1929, just to swap that out for something that's a bit better condition. And possibly as well, even the 1935, because they've both got sort of corrosion on them. But we are doing really well with that one. Obviously it's just the Edward VII ones that we need to start finding. It would be nice. But next up we've got our 1937 to 1956 album. And we've got a full page there, which is absolutely brilliant. Another full page there. So we are just missing two. So the 1956 and then another 1954 that we can put in on the obverse. I might actually have a look just to double check that I've not got one in my spares drawer. Might be worth a look. But yeah, obviously just that 1956, and then we've completed this album as well. So I may need to have a look at picking another one of them up. But next up we have our Half Pennies. So first album is 1860 to 1901, and there's very few in this one. Obviously they're either exceptionally worn or exceptionally corroded, but we've got 1868 and 1870. It gets slightly better on the next page, so we've got an 1882 with a H mint mark and an 1884. And then on the final page we've got an 1888 and an 1897. Other than that, we are still looking for everything across the board. So it would be nice to sort of find a few more of the half pennies. But I have to take what I get in the tub. So next up we've got 1902 to 1936, and once again our Edward VII coins are slim pickings, so we're still looking for an obverse. 1903, 4, 5, 9 and 10. We're then doing quite well on the George V's. We are looking for 1913, 22 and 24. And looking at the mintages, they're not sort of too low, so the possibility is that we could find them. And then on the final page we are looking for 1931 and 32. Would like to get hold of another 1935 just because of the fact that it's got paint on it. But we actually found that. Was that last week's hunt we found that one? It was either last week or the week before. I know it was last month that we found it, so that was really good. Maybe try and find another 1936 as well. just so that we can get a better condition one in there. But that is that album, and then we are on to our 1937 to 1967. So this is actually our second album. We restarted this one 5-6 weeks ago, something like that. So we're obviously missing the two obverses, which I don't know why I've not put a 1937 to 48 in there. And so I should have the obverses actually, so I'll make sure that they're in for the next album review. We are missing a 1940, 48, 49 and 51. 1953 and 1956, and then everything else we've got. So we're just missing 2, 4, 6 coins plus 3 obverses to complete this album for the second time. Very nice. So we've then got our new half pennies. So we are missing 1972, 1981, 83 and then the 84, which was NIFC. But other than that, we've got everything else. I still need to try and find an album for these. I do keep looking, but I'm not able to find. Obviously Whitman don't do one for the new half pennies, which is a real shame. So next up we've got our penny albums. So first one we've got is 1881 to 1901, and once again the first few pages of this are going to be quite sparse. So we've got a very corroded 1881, then got a few more on the next page. We've got an 1889, 1890, 91 and 93, and then we have a full page on the last one. So this goes from 1895 right the way up to 1901, and we've also got the obverse there as well. Then we've got our 1902 to 1929. So we are still missing that 1905, which is the one that's been really catching us out. We've got a full page there from 1911 through to 1918, including the 1912 with a mint mark. And then the last page, it is mostly the mint marked coins that we're looking for. So the 1818H, 1818 KN, and then the 1919 KN, and then also 1926. So quite a few in that one that we're still missing. Ones that we've been searching for quite a while actually. And next up we've got our 1930 to 1966. Obviously this one is one that it annoys me a bit, because obviously it'd be nice to have the full set of coins in the one album, but they don't actually do one that goes up to 1967 that's sort of dated anyway. So we've got a full page there. We've got a near enough full page there. We're just missing the 49 to 51 obverse. We did manage to find, I think it was this month that we found the 1949, which was brilliant. So we just need to try and find another one to fill that obverse. And then obviously it's the 1950, 51 and 53 that we need to get. But with how low the mintages are on them, I will probably end up having to buy them. So I've had a brief look and they're fairly expensive. So I may sort of look to get them at some point in the future. Next up we've got our 3p album. So this is from 1937 onwards, and these are the brass 3p. I haven't got one for the silvers, just because I very rarely find them and didn't think that it would be much. There would be much point actually having it. But first page, we are literally missing one, and that is the 1949 threepence. So really low mintage on that one as well, 464,000. So the possibility is that we may not find it, and that may be another one I need to buy. Then we are missing another 1953, so we can have the obverse on that page. And other than that, we have got everything else. So just the two threepences that we're missing to start a new album. So hopefully I will be able to pick up another one of them soon enough as well. And we'll have a couple of albums that will be restarting soon. So next up, we've got our sixpences. So we've got 1902 to 1936. And this one is probably the least filled out of all of them. We've literally got two out of the whole book, 1929 and 1930. Now, the reason these are so hard to find is because they are actually silver. So the silver content in these is 0.500. And I think it was up until, I was reading on the sheet here, yeah, so in 1920, so just there, the silver was reduced to sort of half silver, whereas before that it was full silver. So unless I was buying sort of dedicated silver lots, it was very difficult to sort of find them. I mean, those two actually come out of a one of my job lots, I think. So we've got actually one of them come from Laughter, didn't it? One of them come from Laughter, one of them come from the job lot. And then the next album is 1937 to 1967. So obviously the half silver run, 1946 was the last year of half silver, and then from 1947 onwards they were Cooper nickel. So we are missing 1949 and 52. And then on that page, all we're missing is 56 and 61, which is really good. And then we have all of the rest. So potentially there are 4 that we could find in the tub that we're still missing. Very nice. So what I'll do with the sixpences, sort of as soon as I'm able to sort of find those last 4, I will look to start a new album on them as well. And then next up we've got 1937 to 1951 in the shillings. So once again, 1937 to 1946 were all silver or half silver. So I don't actually find them in the tubs that I get. But we start on 1947. We've got the English shilling there, and then we've got all of the rest for that page, right the way up to 1951 Scottish. Then we've got our 1953 to 1967. So the only one we're missing on the first page is a 1953 Scottish. Then on the second page we are missing 59 in both English and Scottish, 1960 in Scottish, and on the final page we are missing a 1964 English. So we've got 4 to find, and then that's it. We've got our second shilling album finished. So we haven't finished it. Obviously, I bought one before I started doing the videos. So this will be the first one that we actually finish on the videos, but it will be the second one that I have. Then we move on to the florins. And for this one, I've got 1941 to 1967. Once again, up to 1946, they were half silver. And 1947 onwards is when they changed to Cooper nickel. So we've got everything from 47 to 51. And And this one keeps falling out. There we go. And then we've actually got everything up to 56. We are just missing 57 and 58. And then on the last page, we're missing 63, 64, and 66. We've got sort of obviously 67, and I have put sort of 68, 69. They're actually 10p's, not the 2 shillings. But we are essentially missing 5 from that album. Very nice. And then the last book to have a look through is our half crowns. So it's 1941 to 1967. So once again, 1946 was the last year for the half silver. 1947 was the first year of Cooper Nickel. And the only one that we're missing on that page is 1949. Then we've nearly got a full page there. We just need another 1953 to put into our obverse. And then we are just missing 1961 and 66. So once again, as with sort of all of the Cooper Nickel coins, once I've got the Cooper Nickel ones, I will start a new album, as the silvers will probably not be the sort of ones that I'll find in the hunts, but I will potentially look to sort of find them sort of on eBay. So that is all of the albums. Now I think it's time to crack on and see what we can find in the tub. So, first one out today is a George VI, and that is a half penny from 1944. So we had quite a few of those on the last video. I think it was 3 or 4 that we found. Next up, we've got a 1914 1 penny. So that will be George V. There we go. And next up, we've got is a Victoria. Very nice. Where is this one from? So it is a farthing from 1866. Wow. That is absolutely stunning. And the condition is absolutely amazing. If you think that is, so what, 66, it's nearly 150 years old. Nearly or over? 70, yeah, over. So it's 154 years old. Absolutely amazing. Well, I definitely like that one. Next up, we've got our first 3p for the hunt. It is a 1957, so that will be Elizabeth II. Very nice. And we've got a 2 shilling from 1948, so that will be George VI. Yep. got another Victoria. It is a 1 penny from 1897. Very nice. So, not one that we need for the books, but I do like finding sort of the Victorian coins. Next up, we've got a 1944 1 penny. So that is George VI again. Hold on a minute, that is not a pre-decimal British coin. It is actually German from 1977. It's a 1 pfennig. Snuck in with the British coins. Next up, got another 3 pence. This time it is 1939. 10 years out from what we need. 1949 we're after. That is George VI again. Next up, we've got a 1935 1 penny. That is George V. Then we have a 1958 half penny. So that would be Elizabeth II. Yep. Very nice. And we've got another half penny. This time it is 1962. So that will be Elizabeth II again. Next up is, so that's a farthing from, let's see what the date is, 1923. Yeah, 1923. So that will be George V. Very nice. And what we'll do is we'll do 3 more. We'll do 3 more and then we'll wrap the video up there. I don't want it going on too long. And we've got a George VI farthing from 1939. Bit of corrosion sort of just down the bottom here. Very beaten up 1918 1 penny, but is it going to be one of the ones with a mint mark? No, thankfully it's not, because it's quite heavily corroded. But that would be George V. And the last one for today is going to be a 1 shilling. So it is a 1948 Scottish 1 shilling. So with the shillings, you obviously get Scottish and English. You've got the Scottish rampant there with the Scottish shield. That's how you tell the difference with the older design. Very, very nice. Nice one to finish us on. So, star pull for today, not even going to question it. It is the 1866 farthing. Absolutely amazing condition. I know for a fact that that is a New Year. Very nice. So that is going to be the end of today's hunt. As I said at the beginning of the video, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel and ring the bell icon to be kept up to date when I upload new videos. You can also follow me on social media. I'm on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram, and links to all of them are in the description down below. And yeah, with that said, thanks for watching. Really hope you enjoyed today's video, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one. Alright, bye.